in and hit power. Make us feel a little better. Well, we're gonna go ahead and use this tool to remove the airbag, and then this little clamp tool that they included to remove the connectors. So if you kind of like, I don't know if you can see the hole right here. There's a hole right here, and you can kind of push this in and then kind of feel around a bit. Oh, you can see that side popped out. It does pop out pretty easy, so if it's not popping out right away, you're in the wrong part of the hole. That's what she said.
Michael, please. Please.
Okay. And then we're gonna use this little connector right here. You actually just insert it. I'll show it to you in just a second. And just like that, it's out. So when this is in, you just take this little tool and you just kind of like poke it in there, and it will push both the top and bottom at the same time to get you able to take this out in one piece. Super smart idea. I love this. I never used to have one of these, and this is a lifesaver. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, which is going to be the red connector, or it's like a dark maroon or whatever. And that's going to be all of the car steering wheel functions. And the car is going to keep turning on. Lovely. Anyway, so that is what we need. This is a HW10, big ass bit. That's what we like to call around here. I went ahead and got my breaker bar, 1/2 inch to 3/8 inch, and then I put this on it and was easily able to break it, break the bolt, not like break the car. And now I'm just doing this, getting it out, and then we're just gonna shake back and forth, and we're out. Now we're gonna have to take apart this back piece right here. There's like 3 screws here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 screws here we'll have to take out. And then there's like these 3 big ones, and then there's a few small ones. Basically, we need to transfer everything to here, because these are the control modules that are programmed to the car, to the new Yoke. Horn works. I'll just clean up the wheel wells. As you can see, that right there is a little bit of a mess. I'll go ahead and do my wire management real quick, and then we'll go ahead and take it on our first drive and see how we like this. But I already think looks amazing. So we are officially done. You can see there's nothing here, but if we go down a little bit, there's our screen and there's our yoke. This actually makes filming even easier, because typically you'd have this and that just doesn't necessarily look great. It's really hot in the garage right now. We're gonna turn that on. Real quick though, tools that are useful. Want to go over that just for a second. One, a simple ratchet here, and this has an HW10 bit, and we'll try to link all this down below in case you want to do this. This is used, especially this bit, to get the steering wheel on and off. To get the steering wheel off though, I went ahead and used my breaker bar. This is what I use for changing my car tires, and it is a 1/2 inch, so I have a 1/2 inch to 3/8 inch. Other things for changing out everything in the wheel, all the internals, we use a Phillips head screwdriver. We used a 5 hex wrench. We used a T10 for the side buttons. And then I found this little pick tool very, very helpful. I use this literally on like all my projects. So if you do DIY anything, definitely get yourself a set of these. The errors went away as soon as we plugged everything back in. Again though, this has CarPlay, this has Android Auto, this has anything like that that you might want. That's great. There's a bunch of different settings in here, so you can really go over it, make it your own. More than anything, it's just gonna be nice, especially for people that are used to maybe an ICE vehicle that does have that center display. This is gonna give you everything that you could want right there. Now, I can already feel the air, and I did turn the air on because it's very hot in the garage right now. It is kind of blocking it a little bit. However, if you separate it into two beams, it kind of comes down on the sides of it. Or if you lift it up, it's now coming over the top. So it's really not that big of a deal. That's always been my concern with these screens though, is I don't want to block my airflow. I like my air, I don't want to get rid of it. So at least this one is small enough and kind of like forward enough where you can just throw the air to the sides of it or directly over it, which again, we absolutely love. So this is actually what it looks like with the Yoke. And the screen up here, you can see it shows our speed, that we're in autopilot, our range, our total mileage, the battery percentage. It literally shows everything that most people would assume would be right in front of the steering wheel, and what most people like in front of the steering wheel, especially coming from a different vehicle than a Tesla that might have that display right here. And I'll go ahead and turn on my blinker. You can see it's orange, and then it will turn red if the car is actively trying to move into that lane. So that's actually really, really nice. Like that feature a lot, because then it's directly in front of you and not off to the sides on the A-pillars, which, while it does work, it is nice to have it right here in front of you. So all in all, I absolutely love the Yoke, and the screen, great too. Now, there's some other Yoke options, there's some other screen options, and maybe we'll be checking those out in the future. Definitely stay tuned. Again though, huge thanks to Tesstudio for sponsoring this video, sending us out some review units. If you want to check these out, or really anything on their website, you can use code Derek, and it will get you the best percentage off their offering at the time. Typically, it's about 20-25%. So definitely check them out. And again, huge thanks to them for sponsoring. Definitely let me know though down below what you think. Is a new wheel for the Juniper Y something that you would consider? Now that I have this screen and the Yoke, it feels way more similar to the Model X that we had. So all the more reasons to get the Juniper, honestly. Save a ton of money, do a little bit of money in aftermarket accessories, and you're still half the price of a Model X. But definitely let me know if this is something you would consider doing to your Tesla, and we can talk about it down there if you have any questions. As always though, thumbs up if you enjoyed that video. Go ahead and click here to subscribe here for some other ones. We'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.